Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. Happy September. So happy that we're finally in September. I think a lot of us were looking forward to the start of, technically it's not the start of fall. I think fall starts sometime at the end of September if I'm not wrong. But to me, fall starts in September even though it's still hot. You guys, like it or not, it's still summer and we are still experiencing 100-degree weather, and that's not gonna stop until like the end of October, to be honest. Hopefully we get colder weather soon, but in the meantime we're just gonna pretend that fall is here and we're gonna get in the spirit of fall, start the decorations, and the most important thing, start reading fall themed books. And I do have to mention something else before we start, is that I am using a new camera, so I want to see how this video looks because I would like to do more sit down videos. And also I am trying the microphone again because I've had this microphone for a while, but the mic thing on my other camera doesn't work, so I couldn't use the mic on that camera. We're trying it on this one. We'll see how it goes. And with that being said, I am here to show you guys the books that I'm planning to read for the month of September. I'm using September as a nice transitional month to fall. I'm already trying to get to the vibes, but it is still summer, it is still warm. So my thought process with the books that I'm planning to read is that we get into the fall vibes, you know, vampires, werewolves, maybe witches, I'm not sure, but make it romance. That leads me to our first book, and that is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I've had this book for such a long time already, and I've been meaning to read it. This is a romance thriller, and it looks fun. I think it's this girl and something with her neighbor, so I'm excited to get to this one. Again, I like going into my books blind, so I don't know much about the story or what's gonna happen or what's supposed to happen, but I'm here for it. The next book is My Roommate is a Vampire, and I am here for vampire stories this year, okay? I don't know what it is about this year, but I want to read all the vampire books that I can get my hands on. And this is another one of those books that I've had on my bookshelf for the longest time since they came out. I mean, what else can I say? Like, her roommate is going to be a vampire, and I think there's a second book to this one already. And I actually just read that Alicia Thompson blurbed this book, so that's nice, I guess. This next book I am so excited to finally get to because I have been holding on to it specifically for this month. I've heard great things about it, and Ali Hazelwood is one of my favorite romance writers, and I am so happy to finally pick up Bride, and I know the second book is coming out soon. I'm excited for that. Maybe we can get to it as well, who knows, but I'm looking forward to it. I told you guys I wanted to read vampires and werewolves, and this book has it all. I am hoping that I really like this book, just like a lot of people have liked it. And yeah, so we can get to the second one, but I'm so excited to get to this one. Like, you guys have no idea. I am so happy that it's finally time, you know? This next book I've wanted to read for a while as well, and I just think it's gonna be a fun transitioning, I don't know, in between books. I don't know, I hope I like it. They say it's funny, and that is The Assistant to the Villain. I think there's 3 books to this series, I'm not sure, but I know there's a second one for sure. I don't remember much about this book, but I think it's like, you know, like obviously there's this assistant and they are assistant to the villain. I don't know. But there's also a frog, and I believe the frog either talks to them or there's something going on with the frog. But it is also a romance story, so I'm excited. And like I mentioned, werewolves and vampires, that is the theme for this fall. Hopefully, maybe witches. I'm excited for those books during October. But for now, I'm sticking to werewolves and vampires. And I could not read this book this month. And of course, I have to continue with the series. And for that, I'm going to be reading New Moon. If you guys don't know, I read Twilight earlier this year. And I have to say that I enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to enjoy it. And that's because I stayed with the idea of the movies and how the movies were played and how the movies were shot and everything. And I do have to say that the book, it's better than the movie. So if you guys are thinking about it, I would recommend you guys reading the books instead of watching the movies. But don't get me wrong, the movies are a vibe as well. Okay, I don't care what other people think. Me personally, I love the vibe. But yes, I am thinking I'm going to read the whole entire series, all 4 books. I am going to have a vlog on this, just like I did for Twilight. So stick around, stay tuned for that. I'm excited. And yeah, looking forward to this. So right now I have 5 books that I really want to get to. So besides vampires and werewolves, I'm also thinking about reading more fantasy. I am currently reading The Shadow of What Was Lost, and I haven't finished that book, but I would like to continue with the second book. And that one is called The Echo of Things to Come. I'm hoping to get to that one this month if I end up finishing the first one, because I'm halfway to it and I haven't picked it up yet. Earlier this year, I also made my own TBR jar, which I haven't used since April. I was having a hard time actually reading the books that I was getting from this, just because I was going into like this weird reading slump. But I'm already out of my reading slump, so I want to get back to this, and I want to choose 2 books from here. I know, just because I do want to get to these. These are just going to be add-ons for me to finish my TBR. I have a lot of unread books, so let's choose 2 books from here. Also, each color is a different genre. Okay, from the bottom, small or big? Okay, I'm gonna go for these. Okay, this one. It shouldn't be this hard. Shouldn't be this hard. It's a green one. It's a green one, and I am scared but excited because it's on theme. A green one means I think it's either thriller, murder mystery, or horror. I don't have a lot of horror books, but I do have a few, and they're green. Okay, they are. This is green. If you guys can tell, it's green, and I mean, it's gonna be on theme for September, you know. But The Maidens. I got The Maidens, and I think that is a book by the author of The Silent Patient, and I think I actually like the book, so let me go get it because it's in the other room. So this is the book, The Maidens, and I have no idea what this book is about, and I don't want to know because it is a thriller, and I don't read many thrillers. I like to read a few here and there just because I'm not like the biggest critic of thrillers, and I always end up enjoying them a little bit more than I think I will, just because it's not a genre that I'm like so used to reading, and I'm not like the biggest critic, like I said. Let me choose another one. I think I should have kept both of the papers that I got, but that's cheating. So okay, from the bottom, here we go. I don't know what color is it. Why do I close my eyes? I'm not sure. It's yellow. Yellow means prompts, and these are my favorite because it's not a title in specific. It just gives me a prompt, and I have to figure out which book I'm gonna choose. So that is. There's no way I got this one. There's no way. No way. Listen, read a book with vampires. That is not Twilight. That is a prompt. I'm not making this up. This is the prompt that I got. I am so excited because I know exactly the book that I want to read, and I have to look for it. It's so funny because when I wrote this prompt, it was because I wanted to read either My Roommate's a Vampire or Bride from my bookshelf, and I already have those books on this TBR. So I don't have many books with vampires, but I recently just bought this book because it was on sale for the Barnes & Noble 50% off for hardcovers, and I have been wanting this book for the longest time. I wanted to read it, and the book that I'm going to choose for that one, it's Lightfall. This is book 1 in the series. Look, I have no idea what this book is about. Someone posted this book when it first came out. I think it's been a year since it came out, and I've wanted it since then. And I am so excited that I got this prompt because I am looking forward to starting it. The only thing that I know is that there's vampires, supernatural stuff, and they don't hide from the shadows, okay? We are going to get the full vampire experience. So I am looking forward to this. This was amazing. I did not know it was going to go this well. So I am excited. I am looking forward to my TBR for September. Hopefully I get a chance to get through all of them. Again, if you guys want to see me read any of these books, I do weekly vlogs, and in those vlogs I read, you know, whatever book I'm reading at that time. So I'm hoping to get to all of these. That is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.